Okay, this is going to be the sweeping cage portion of it. Usually what we'll do is we'll sweep the cage first before we clean the litter box. The reason is that it gives it longer time to dry inside of it. I take all the toys, we kind of look at them to say, okay, this toy looks pretty clean. This toy looks good. This one looks good. This one's a little bit dirty, so we're going to put that into our wash bucket there with our dirty dishes. Looks good. I don't know, the peanut butterfly is looking a little rough. So we'll put that in here too. So, sweep to the sleeve. And what you're trying to do is get as much of the debris out as you can. But it doesn't need to be completely spotless because you'll be using your wash rag to clean things up. And one of the things you want to do when you're cleaning the bottom, if you see like a pile of urine, you will want to wipe that up first with a paper towel, get that taken care of, because we don't need to make mustard gas. You've got bleach going on in there, so bleach and urine cannot mix because it's got ammonia. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So make sure that if you've got some urine, use one of the paper towels, wipe it all up, and then use your bleach to clean. So, we go like this. And Rascal has been a pretty good guest. Rascal hasn't made a huge mess of things. So we're going pretty good. And two, one of the things you'll want to consider is that when you're cleaning the cage, notice what's in the litter box. If there's no pee, there's no poo, you're going to want to tell a supervisor. Because what we'll do is we'll keep track to make sure that the cats are eating and that they're drinking. That's important, and the only way we know that is when the volunteers say, hey, Rascals didn't have any pee or poo in their cage. So that's one of the things we have to look out for. So we dry it off. And usually I'll use a hand towel or even a wash rag in each cage because the wash rags are smaller. But especially with the little babies, I try to dry it back up so this way they're not getting all over their paws. And then I also clean the table. I try to do as much on the table as I can. This is especially true on the days that we're open. The reason is it looks better, but it also smells better. And one of the things we really like is that people come in here and say, yeah, we know you got lots of cats, but it doesn't smell like you got lots of cats. And we try to keep that going, so that way it looks really nice for everybody. So then once we got all that done, I take this down. Some kitties you'll see that are white, especially on these hammocks, really shows the stuff. So we use one of these, a handy dandy brush that picks up the fur really well. Now if you see anything on here, you know, any feces, any nasal discharge, anything that might be on these, you're going to want to pull them and put up fresh ones. And we will show you too where those items are. And let's put this one back in there. We'll put this one back in. And again, the kittens usually have clips. So if you look right here, these are used to kind of hold these in place. Because if not, those kittens will run around and tear everything all up. And sometimes it still happens. You'll do a cage and it looks like you didn't do a darn thing. But that's okay. As long as it's clean, then you're doing good. The last bit before you put your kitty back in, you put your food in your water bowl back in. You're going to angle the food towards on the litter side. The water bowl is always going to be the furthest away from the litter. And then that way it keeps their water cleaner longer for most cats. Not everybody. Some people really like to throw things around. But for the most part, it works pretty well. And usually we do about 3/4 to half full, especially for the kittens, because sometimes they like to play in the water and throw things around. So this way we don't have a whole full bowl getting spilled all over everything. And that should be it. So when we get the stuff back in, we will get Rascals back in. Oh, baby doll. Come here, sweetheart. And some of them will come right out. Sometimes you got to come get them. But Rascals is a perfect guest. Aren't you, sweetheart? Yeah. Ooh. Yes, and you get cuddles too, huh? Yes, you get cuddles too. And that is how you clean a cage.